Hi everyone, welcome to Club 2, episode 14 of Rolling in the Isles, an FM20 British Isles Journeyman series with me, the United City FM. Welcome along, it's great to have you with me on this particular moment in the season, which is coming to a climax, it must be said. We are a few games out to the end of the Welsh Premier League season. You can see it, the 22nd game in the season, the competition split into two, and we made it into the Championship Conference for the remainder of the season, which is the top 6 sides. And our run of form has been excellent. We got a draw in the last episode against the New Saints, who are currently sitting top of the table, so that was no bad result at all. But since then, we've had a 4-0 win in the Cup, which was brilliant. We've had a 3-1 win against Bala in the league, and followed that up with another 3-2 win against Cefn Druids. And so currently, you'll see that we sit in second place, and we've got a 4-point gap between us and the New Saints. But if we were to win today against Barry, who sit in 5th, that would put us only 1 point behind, and then we'd be equal in the amount of games that we've played, because at the moment we've got a game in hand over the New Saints. So it's kind of important that we try and win today, if at all possible. But everything's going remarkably well. If we go back to the schedule for a second, you can see that our goal scorers have been varied. The likes of McBurney and Busumbru have been involved in it a lot, which you would kind of expect from them, but also people like Hazel has come in. Finlay Hazel, who's one of our most recent acquisitions in the recent transfer window. He's stamping his position in the team a little bit. I rejigged the side recently, and it's doing very well. We're getting a lot of positivity from it, and more people are involved in first team activity, which is great. So in terms of today's game against Barry in the Welsh Premier League, we've got a couple of injury issues. We've got Brereton, our backup goalkeeper, is just coming back from a knock. He wouldn't have played anyway, but he's just coming back from that knock. We've got McBurney, who's out on international duty. He's with the Wales under-19s. I probably should have paid more attention to that and kept him and sort of denied him access to that, but I wasn't really thinking at the time that it was going to clash with a league match, which was disappointing. We've got Fenlon on the bench, who's picked up a bit of a knock, but he's okay to take his position on the bench. And the only other thing is Bentker is coming back from a knock, and he's only got a 78% overall conditioning at the moment, so he won't feature for today. So it's meant another slight rejig a little bit. And so today's team for the game against Barry is Brass in goal, Tatum at right back, Owens at left back, Gardner and Hope in central defence, Harris, Rogers and Gibbs in central midfield, with Sarmento on the right, Parry on the left, and Busumbru up top, with Edwards, Harden, Hazel, Evans, Fenlon and Graham on the bench. And the reason that Hazel is on the bench is because that's where he's done a lot of his damage from recently. Plus, I want to get a couple of other players some game time at this point, with a few more games left in the season. Hazel will have his opportunity again very, very soon. So, let's get into today's game and see what happens. So in terms of team talk, I've let Jay Catton, my assistant manager, encourage the players and give them a morale boost by saying, come on lads, show me what you can do to keep our run going. Our run has been very, very good, as you've seen already in the schedule. So I'm hopeful for a decent performance, although we are at home today. And it's always going to be a tough game in the Welsh Premier League at this stage of the season, in the Championship area phase of the season. So Barry are at home in their yellow kit. We're on our red, and they get a first opportunity for first blood, but they don't take it. And we get a goal clearance from a defender, which was really good, having somebody on the line to clear that shot. And we live to fight another day on that particular occasion. And it's another opportunity for us now. And what was that? That was aimless, really. We had a reasonable chance to get a good cross in, and it was a very aimless floaty ball, and the goalkeeper had no issues in capturing it for Barry and sending them off in a really good counter-attack that eventually led to a really long shot, but was slightly wide of the post by Pritchard. Cross comes in off a free kick for us, and it's in the side netting or the side of the post, whichever, and didn't go in the back of the net. And a bit disappointing on that one, really. It was another good opportunity. You can see that Barry are having more of the opportunities so far. Another aimless cross. What is it with our aimless crossing today so far? It allows the goalkeeper again to set them off on a counter-attack. Down this right-hand side for Barry, Allen skips into the central point. Oh, what a goal that is. I'm not even sure what I was going to say Alan was doing then, but oh dear. 1-0 down after 26 minutes, and it's been coming, hasn't it, really? Our quality ourselves has been really, really poor. And on this particular occasion, Alan skips past a challenge, right-footed gets a cross in, Fraser with the header on, Jones with the slight tap on to Pritchard, and right-footed puts it in that far post area, and it goes in the back of the net for a 1-0 lead to Barry. And we're under the cosh relatively early in this game, and we're not particularly playing well enough to do much about it at the moment, it feels like. We've only had the 2 shots at goal, none on target. We're lower in possession than Barry are, and we get to half time with an absolute whimper. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Aggressively, I expect to see a much better showing in the second half. Just get them straight back out there. There's no reason to sub anybody at this point. They've got to do better though. Their quality in that final third especially has got to be better. But again, it's Barry with an opportunity for them down their right-hand side, right in their full-back area though, so they've got a lot of work to do to get out from their defensive area. They go long in the end, and we win the ball, which is really encouraging, but give it straight back. Again, the quality. And again, Pritchard runs at us, long shot, and it's narrowly wide of the right-hand post. It's a bit of a let-off again. But you can see that our quality in possession today has been really, really basically dreadful. We're not in those good positions. We're not finding our man at all, and it gives Barry a perfect opportunity to counter on us. Free kick for them. Davison with the ball in, and a header from, I think it was Thomas, and it goes again narrowly wide, and it's a bit of a let off. 68 minutes gone, and we are not doing very well at all. You can see the low ratings, especially in this final third. The likes of Gibbs and even Busumbru today are really low in their ratings. So let's see what we can do about it. So we're going to take Hope off and take the anxiety out of our central defence and bring Edwards back in. We are going to take Gibbs off, and we're going to put Hazel in that attacking midfield role. He's not completely natural at it, but potentially he's got a decent strike on him. And then it's one of the sort of top 3 or 4 players on our attacking lineup that's got to change. And I think the person we've got most quality in terms of being able to replace with is in the striking position. So we'll bring Graham on for Busumbru, who's having a really off day today. But to be fair to him, I'm not sure he's had much service, really. I think some of our final balls, etc., haven't been good enough. But we're now 10 minutes out from the end of the game, and we're still 1-0 down. Pause the game there for a second again. And we're going to go from balanced. Clear that. That was the wrong one. We're going to go from balanced to very attacking and see if we can get something from being sort of forcing the issue a little bit in the last few minutes of the game, but still nothing is coming, and we're going to drift through to the end of the game, I think, with nothing. Oh dear, that's so disappointing. After such a good run of form, it was a complete whimper that we gave up the game with, wasn't it, really? Look at these average ratings, 6.2, 6.4. Oh, it's just terrible today. We're going to have to tell them so as well. Aggressively suggest that wasn't good enough. I'm not happy with that result. At least that's fired them up and motivated them. Hopefully that means that we can go again in the next few games and get better results again and see if we can secure that sort of top couple of position place. But it does put us 4 points behind the New Saints, which is disappointing. I was hoping to put them under a bit of pressure in the last few games of the season, but there we are. It is what it is. We're 4 points behind. If we go to the schedule, you can see that at the end of the season, we've still got 3 games left to play against Bangor City, Barla, and the New Saints to finish it off. So I guess ultimately that last game now might not be quite as important as it could have been, but we'll come back and play it in the next episode anyway. And if we get through to the final of the Welsh Cup competition, having been in the semi against Barla, if we do, then I'll add another episode on the end of this season and play the Cup final in that one, just to space it out enough and focus individually on the important games. So next game will be against the New Saints for the next episode. Let's hope that we can at least close that gap with a final day good performance from them, and see where it takes us. We're 4 points behind at the moment, but we've got plenty of space to those that are chasing us, so hopefully we can maintain one of these 3 spots. Anyway, that'll do it for me today. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a damp squib episode. One of those random things that happens after a good run of form that ultimately it just kind of dies in a really, really wet kind of way, didn't it really? But there we go. That's the way it is. So thanks very much for joining me. If you're enjoying the series so far, then why not subscribe to the channel? Keep up to date with the videos. It's really important. If you like this particular episode, then why not click a like on it for me? That helps me get seen by other people. It boosts my ratings in the YouTube algorithms in the search function. So that's how other people see me. The more likes I get, the better it is. So keep clicking that like button for me. If you are playing Football Manager yourself, let me know how your save is getting on in the comments below. Always interested to hear your stories. But until next time, take care of yourselves. I will see you very soon, and bye for now.